Hello, Streamy2 Live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Saturday, June 13th, 2026, and the countdown is on till my 50th birthday. 98 days are left. Today it's day number 422 of wearing the incredible X39, and it's going to be a fitness stress testing day today, along with a 10-minute HIIT. And then I'll touch base on the mother of all inventions. And hopefully the audio is recording today. Because yesterday, during the Feel It Friday, couldn't hear anything. So, and I have really no way of telling whether or not you can hear it or not. So hopefully it is successful today. So, with that in mind, let me get ready here to do the 10-minute HIIT. So this is something that I like to do on Saturdays just to kind of keep my activity level, body responding in a good way. And I had a cup of deuterium depleted water already this morning. I'm going to have a second one here. Water's cold, but it's nice and refreshing. So just give that a minute. I am wearing the X49, one there. So as you saw me put it on yesterday. All right. Hopefully the audio's working. Let's have a. Sometimes this software here is glitchy, but we're a success. Okay. So that is the tempo that I'm going to do the 10-minute HIIT at. All right. And before I begin, I'm going to start the heart rate monitor. So hopefully it registers right away, and you see it is. So 70, 66 now, interesting number. Oh, now 65, dropping, 63, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to use my forever favorite heart rate monitor, which is the forever favorite skipping rope. And this rope here, I fixed the beads so that way they shouldn't interrupt. And I'm wearing my old shoes. So these are the heavier shoes. So without further ado, let's begin. So 30 seconds, slow pace, warm up. Do the tricks, whatever you feel like. Don't trip on the rope like I am. And then in 10 seconds, starting now, I'm going to switch to doing the 165 pace. So stick with me. Now let's try. Warm up the body. Feels good. Temperature is cold down here. All right, ready? the activation of the X49. And part of me thinks about energy sources such as muscle tissue, and I wonder if the storages of copper get activated. All right, that's it. I'm just going to change the tempo to what it's going to be for the fitness stress test. And okay. Oh, I see. An error appeared on screen. Trying to record this session. Not enough disk space, so. Which, just something I'm trying to see if I can correct with this audio problem. But that warm-up felt real good to start with. So I'm going to finish the second cup of deuterium depleted water that I started drinking just before starting the 10-minute HIIT. And if there's one thing I noticed is that the water doesn't bounce in my stomach uncomfortably. And a lot of that has to do with how fast the water is being absorbed into my body. I'm going to pour myself a second glass here, or second cup. All right, so you can see my, let's see, oh, and of course this thing, it loses its, when the app rings. All right, so I have the tempo set there. So that's going to be for the fitness stress test. So the first rope that I will use will be this rope here. You can see, let's switch the screens here. So this guy, right, that I have been using now for many years. So that'll be the first rope that I attempt this pace at. And then I will switch to the other ropes that I have. That's the second one is sitting right here. So you see it hanging. I'm pointing at it. So that is the gray beaded and black bead rope that I have. It's the heavier one. Over and above the other beaded rope that I have. And I still have yet to replace the vinyl rope. This guy here, this one here is what it snapped on me. And so I outlived the rope itself, and I have to replace this. This by far is my favorite handle, largely because of the design of the tip, or where the rope attaches to the handle itself, and that in my mind is the best design. And it has been enhanced by Buddy Lee, where you can get a weighted version of that. So maybe one day I will purchase that rope, but I don't get sponsored, so, and I'm okay with that. And one way you can help me is by clicking on the links or scanning the QR code as you see there, and try powering your DNA with the best and do it risk-free. And if you look at the price, and if it's a little on the high side, well, it's for a particular reason, because the man behind the mother of all inventions which is the topic I will be talking about after I'm done this test. So let's get on with it. The fitness test trusting. And the idea is to get, so you hear the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I need 62 and a half of those 4 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? I need that 62 and a half times to reach 250 skips at this tempo, and that's within a time frame of 66 seconds. So it's a super fast pace, and it is a test that is to be reckoned with, especially for, you know, that amount of time. So it requires a lot of determination mentally, and also the ability to withstand the torture that I'm going to put my body through, especially my upper body. That's what's going to feel it the most. So the idea is to make sure I'm relaxed. If I'm squeezing the handle too much, then I'm squeezing the blood out of my hands, and then it just reduces the circulation and my ability to sustain the pace. So I have to remember to be relaxed. And all right, let's give it a shot. 0. Oh, really? I was focusing on being relaxed. I'm pretty sure I got more than 30 seconds. I will try it one more time. If I trip, I trip. Just gonna drink a little bit more water here, and because I can really feel the difference when I have the oxygen circulating in my blood by way of the water. And it's one thing to breathe, but it's another thing to have the oxygen storage within cells itself. And for those who are looking to up their game, the water is the one way to do it, and the only way you can do that is by making it. If you want it the cheapest way, you have to make it yourself. And the reason being is because there's only one device that can do it. And there's no denying that you need oxygen and hydrogen to power ATP in the body. Wasn't that something? Something's glitching. All right. So, one of the things I should check is just to make sure that the settings are the way they should be. But okay. So I'm going to attempt this one more time at 228 with this black rope. My heart rate has recovered nicely. Switch hands. Maybe that's just see how this goes. Oh, excuse me. All right, so I'm going to do a few skips just to lead into the first beat. So 0, 0, that's when I start. Alright? So that's my timekeeper. Okay, let's go. There's one thing I like that I've recognized now is I like holding the handle with this loose wrap on the left hand. So that's just something I'm going to do for next week. So remember the left, and the reason being is because where the kink is in the rope here, I think it just, there's something in how it feels. I can feel it, the difference. So yeah, maybe that'll be my, yeah, remember for next week. So now I'm going to try the beaded rope. This is this guy here. So alright, ready? This one here I have to hold it differently, so it's a different arm position. And because of that, it changes how it feels in comparison to the black rope. And we'll see. really feel the difference. Huh. All right. That's my heartbeat. Somewhere there. All right, so last but not least, it's going to be this guy, the rope I use regularly. And give it a minute or so here just to let my heart rate recover a little bit. I don't know what happened here. Huh, looks like the hard drive died. Oh, there it goes. So I'm just having a look at the stats of the video, or the drive here. But I won't bore you with that. So my heart rate is recovered here nicely. So I'm gonna move on with the test. All right. So bah humbug. Ah, keep tripping. Not my day today, which is okay. I'm just happy that I'm able to skip at that pace, and I think it could be my plateau as far as intensity and my level of endurance. So basically going over and above my VO2 max, where is basically being more your anabolic, I guess, or catabolic type states, where the body is unable to maintain the real extreme level of intensity for the duration. I get close, so I know I'm, how would you say, in that maximum level. Is it something I'm gonna try to work on? Of course it will. So which brings me to my last thing for today, which I'd mentioned, is the mother of all inventions. So yesterday I played this little quick video and there was no audio, but I'm going to replay it today so that way you can hear what is in the audio itself. I'll make sure, yeah, I got it set up here. So without further ado, let's have a quick listen.
You may have heard it said that people say necessity is the mother of invention, but actually what I found is that divine inspiration is the actual key that unlocks the impossible. I didn't know those things when I was a young 8-year-old telling my dad I wanted to be an inventor. I just knew I wanted to create things and maybe even change the world in the process. As I grew up, my thirst and hunger to invent only became stronger, and I looked for a way to channel my energies into something that could benefit people. Then, one day, when driving home from work, I received what I would call a divine insight. What if we used light in an entirely new way to communicate with the human body? That's when the LifeWave patch technology was born, and the rest, as they say, is history. Sometimes I find it really hard to believe that this year I was issued my 200th patent, an accomplishment that makes me feel just so incredibly blessed. It's a testament that through the power of prayer, recognizing God as Lord and Creator, the power of persistence, and yeah, a lot of hard work. But as I get to do what I love to do every day, I fully acknowledge that it is through the great teamwork of our incredible global corporate staff and, of course, our amazing field leaders and brand partners. Without them, LifeWave wouldn't be what it is today. And I find it so incredible that with all of this, we're just getting started. After over 6 years of research, you can now deliver light-infused water to your body at the touch of a button, allowing you to achieve health benefits that have never been before possible with our X2O system. And not to mention that this also opens up an entirely new market for LifeWave. I have also worked with our research team to create an entirely new way of producing clean and abundant energy that will power your home, your electric car, and even generate enough power that you can sell the excess electricity back to the grid. When we release this new technology, it will provide you with a new financial opportunity while also helping to clean up the planet in the process. Something else I'm really proud of is that we're also launching our new drone technology as we speak. What I love about our community is that we are a group of people wanting to be part of the solution and helping those in need. These drones will allow us to do just this. When disaster strikes, we can bring hope to others. And we can do this in the form of relief aid and patches and expose our brand to a broader audience through resulting press coverage. Our principal mission, though, hasn't changed. I'm determined to find solutions for stopping and reversing human aging. And it's incredibly rewarding to see just how much progress we've made in this endeavor. I can tell you that LifeWave is truly a world leader on this subject. Patents on these and other inventions will ensure that LifeWave will only be growing bigger, stronger, and more influential for decades to come. And that's through this proprietary technology that is ours alone. So the great news, we all share a common vision: to help others by empowering people to take control of their well-being, their livelihood, and their longevity. As we continue to innovate and serve the needs of our customers, together we will be unstoppable. So let's share the light and let's be the light.
So, David, that is the CEO of LifeWave. He's a great mind. He has a great mind, and I have a lot of respect for what he has done thus far, and he has opened my eyes for what I needed to do to unlock my bioenergy. And this is why I am doing what I'm doing, to demonstrate to you what it's doing for me on a day-to-day basis. And there's, from my point of view, there's no denying that since I added the X39, the X49, and the Y-Age Renew as part of my daily regimen, in addition to drinking deuterium depleted water, which David himself has acknowledged that as the best, highest quality water to put into the X2O system. Now, am I reaping some of the same benefits, if you want to call it, as because I'm already using the X39 and powering my body with the cleanest and most absorbable? Is it increasing the amount of infrared light that my body is emitting? Now, this is an interesting question, because it's one thing I could probably measure with night vision goggles, not to see it. The other method is to use dowsing rods that measure your light, I guess, or your frequency, if you want to call it that. Some people call it frequency, some people call it light, infrared light. David calls it infrared light. And so, when I'm wearing the X39, which is this, I'm putting it right here. And that is the most notable acupuncture point on the body. And so when you're reflecting the infrared light that your body is emitting and using the patch to reflect it back into your body, so it's basically mimicking what the sun is doing. Because when there's no clouds in the sky and you're exposing your skin to all the levels of light, and including infrared, then that infrared light is what triggers that process of photobiomodulation inside your body. And that's where it's going to take what I call the three amigos, aka three amigos, which you'll see on the screen here. And when you wear the X39, and if you you should need three amigos, glycine, histidine, and lysine, floating around in your body. And when the fourth piece, which is important, is copper. Copper becomes, you see here in my cup, you see how the water line changes the copper? So something's happening to the water, the deuterium depleted water that I'm putting in the copper cup. Some people say if you let it sit for, several hours or overnight, for example, and then drink it in the morning, you're going to reap the benefits from copper, bioavailable. But it's also important to make sure that you're consuming foods that have copper or traces of copper in it, that's bioavailable. And those choices, when you eat them, your body is going to separate, and it's going to take that copper and combine it with the three amigos, as you see. So when the body's getting the tap on the shoulder, essentially speaking, from the X39, it's going to say, oh, make sure you're taking those three amigos and finding copper and making that GHK-Cu tripeptide inside the body. And this is something that we all have the ability to do it. That's what your innate healing ability is driven by. It's the most predominant tripeptide that the body produces. But it needs to be activated, and that activation comes by way of the sunlight. So if you live in an area where you're getting lots of sunlight, well, then you got to make sure you're eating those three amigos and getting your copper. Then you're on your way to, benefiting from the therapeutic effects of the GHK-Cu. Now, if you're drinking terrible water, well, that's going to influence how well that process functions inside the body. So hence why LifeWave has released the X2O in an attempt to help its family of brand partners and also people who want to live well, live long, and to live young. Am I already ahead of the game to a degree? I believe so, because I've already invested in the device that makes this water. It's a nuisance to make. I'll be honest. And which is why I've demonstrated and I've shown you right here, because I've got the machine sitting right there. Okay, if you want to see it, then look for the videos that I show you how I do it. And if you want to know how and where to get the machine, well, then visit GoDaddySites.com. UnlockYourBioenergy.GoDaddySites.com. Now it's listed that way because I don't pay for the hosting services. So technically, I don't have enough money to pay for UnlockYourBioenergy.com to remove that. So it's like a free service. So that's why you see how it is. And on that webpage, you'll find all the information at the very bottom, right? You scroll through and you can see the bubbles there. And when you're ready to pull the trigger, I encourage you to shop with me, under me. Because if I'm the one that's giving you the motivation and the inspiration and the knowledge associated with this, but also my testimonial, I would hope that you would support me. So scan the QR code or click on the links in the comments and experience the benefits. I cannot stress how good the benefits are, and I'm trying to show this to you every single day. I do this live stream unscripted, so am I reaping the benefits of mental clarity and focus when I'm doing it unscripted? You be the judge. Do I have mental focus and clarity, when I'm doing 228 beats per minute, skipping at that tempo? Do I have the mind-muscle connection, the improved mind-muscle connection these days versus what I was doing back in 2018? If you look at the fitness log that I've shared, I've got the evidence. It's there. I've got the records, the video records as well. So, if you want to see, credibility behind what I'm saying, well, then go and look. It's all there. It's right in front of you. I don't make it hard or difficult to find. And with that concludes today. So today's another edition of Unlock Your Bioenergy. Monday will be my 300th live stream episode. So to celebrate with 300, I'll maybe try something, I don't know, maybe I'll do something funny or whatnot. I'll think about it over the course of the weekend. But I will be going out this evening and enjoying myself a little bit. But I will not spoil my progress with bad choices. So make sure that you drink the cleanest and most absorbable water that you can. Eat well, because you can't out-train a bad diet. And if anybody tells you that you need to have peptides injected like this into your skin, well, then you are basically bypassing your digestive system, and that's not good long term. You won't. I don't like that, because your body's going to do everything it can to protect itself first, and that includes the organs. And the organs have to be functioning in order for that to occur. So your body produces billions of cells every 120 days. So remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind. And power those cells with the best. Make sure that your body is doing it naturally, because, it's like, in order for you to have a strong muscle here, right? I see you, Martin. You posting, oh yeah, your peptides are available. Yeah, you don't need peptides. I don't care what you say. You don't need it, because you will never be able to out-train a bad diet. Never. It has always been that way, and it will always be that way. So be smart, be astute, use what tools that are available to you, and like myself, here, there's the X49. I'm taking it off, right? Does this help increase my performance? Well, it sure did yesterday. So go look at the log that I posted. I actually set a time, a personal best of 6 seconds faster for the Feel It Friday. And the last time I set a personal best was back in March of this year. And then I was kind of floating a little bit. So yesterday I flipped the cards and I did it. So now I've upped the ante for that workout. So can you do it? Join me every Friday. It's the same thing. And by doing the same thing over and over and over, it's boring, but the cards makes it really different each single week. It feels different. So, and because that, you have to have the mental focus and the clarity to be, and the motivation to do it. So, but then most importantly, the energy, the ATP, the mitochondrial strength. And I think I got it. And you can too. Try it risk-free. And remember, when I say that Amazon and Walmart are not authorized distributors of this, they are not. Neither is eBay. Okay? Order directly from LifeWave. It's distributed in 80 countries and for a particular reason. So, and you don't have to worry about them being out of stock. The company's been around for 20 years. So it's going to be around for a while. So I encourage you to try it. And if you're worried about the price, ask your employer if they would cover it, because it works on acupuncture points. It's very similar. So see if they would do it. And if your employer values your health, then maybe they might just do that. So ask the questions. Don't be afraid to do that. And if they say yeah, then pull the trigger right here. Pull it and try it risk-free and see how you feel. And if you have acute pain, then IceWave is your friend. I'll tell you, it works. My mom was one who fell down the stairs at 69 years old. She suffered for 5 days, couldn't sleep. And when I gave it to her, she said, wow. She was instantly convinced that it works. So, can it work for you? Well, maybe you need to fall down. Something's got to force you to do it. But you shouldn't be forced to take care of your health. Do it smartly. We'll see you on Monday for episode 300. Bye for now.